In a crisis, which ferro rods should you bet your life on if you have to start a fire in an emergency? I'm gonna cover 7 different ferro rods today. We're gonna test them out. I'm former CIA officer Jason Hanson. In my bug out bag, I have ferro rods. I obviously have a fire starting kit because in a crisis, you need to be able to start a fire in an emergency to stay warm or to cook food. A few of the things in my kit before we get to the ferro rods, we test them out. I've got some fire rope. That's important stuff you should have. I have a Bic lighter. Obviously, make life easier on you and try and use the easiest option if you can. So that's why I have a Bic lighter. There you go, see it. I've got a few Bic lighters. I have some lighter cases, meaning if Bic lighters get wet, they're not gonna work. So I have a case that I throw it in there. Fat wood's awesome. This is like from the stump of pine trees. Love the smell of it. You should have that in your fire starting kit. What else we got in here? Let's see. Some trioxin, basically the wet fire cubes. That kind of stuff is good. And of course, my matches, my windproof, waterproof matches. These are the big fat matches. I will show you one of those there. So we got those. So those are some of the items that you should have in your fire starting kit. And of course, one of them is a ferro rod. So a ferro rod is just a metal alloy, and when you spark it, it creates very hot spark. I also have my bug out bag, dryer lint. So that's what we're gonna use today for testing out these ferro rods. So let's just grab, all right, we're gonna start with this first one. I just randomly bought these. This is Fauxar, if I'm pronouncing it right. 2-piece ferro rod flint fire starter. Okay, that's what we're gonna start with. So, okay, well, I do like, just from the look of it, it is a bigger ferro rod and it's got a big striker, so that's good. Yeah, nothing, I mean, again, nothing that looks horrible off the bat. I'm gonna put just a small piece of let me see where the striker's, see the striker's here. Okay, so we're gonna strike. Okay, well that started pretty easily. I can also strike this way if I wanted to. It's got the grooves there, but I like striking on the side, so try not to tip this table over while I'm filming for you. Okay, so there you go. So this one seems to work fine. Since it is a bigger rod, that's what she said, we can obviously strike it for a long time. So this looks like it is gonna last a significant amount of time. So nothing wrong with this one. And you get 2, and I think these were pretty cheap. So okay, that works, good to go. Let's see next down on our list. This is one from KASEA, K-A-S-E-A-M-U ferro rod. This is obviously huge. That one is gonna last an eternity. Looks very similar. You can see the striker here. So if I hold up these two, striker looks identical. The only difference is the size of the rod. And we got paracord, even though this is cheap Chinese paracord, so it's gonna fall apart quickly, but hey, we still got paracord. Okay, so this one is gonna last you a heck of a lot longer. Let's put, again, a tiny ball of dryer lint, and let's see how this one strikes. So wait a minute, this one might not have an edge, because this one had a striker edge. This one here, it's got an edge so I can strike it. This one doesn't have as much of an edge, so let's see how this works. First, I'm gonna strike it. All right. Okay, so it worked. Took a few more strikes, but hey, does the job. Again, if I strike here, you can see it's now throwing off good sparks. So if you wanted a ferro rod that is probably gonna last you an eternity, you may wanna go with this one, since that's a lot of metal alloy for you to strike if you need to. So we'll throw that to the side. Okay, going down to number 3. This is one by the friendly Swede. That's the name of the company. And it just says fire starter on the box. And of course, like all of these so far, this is made in China. Let's pull this bad boy out. All right, so this one looks different, but again, a ferro rod is a ferro rod. You need something to strike, you need the metal alloy. It says the friendly Swede on there. So it's got the same striker. It looks like they all copy the exact same striker that they're using in the same Chinese factory. But of course, we are gonna test it. Let's put that there. This, I mean, it's easier to hold. So maybe that's one difference on this one is it's got a grip up here so I can hold it as I'm striking. So let's go down to here. Well, first we'll do this. And then now we'll go to the dryer lint. Come on, there we go. All right, so worked fine. Nothing, I mean, it worked. That's what you want. You want a fire starter that's gonna work, a ferro rod. You like the big one just because it's gonna last a while. Okay, so this is the friendly Swede. If you are in love with something with a handle, you should probably get this one. Okay, that was 1, 2, 3 down. Okay, number 4. This is, what is that, Bayite? B-A-Y-I-T-E? Bayite. Okay, that's the back of it. That's the front of it. Let's pop this one open. Okay, you got your paracord. This one has a different striker. As we've seen, every single one before it had this type of striker. This has a smaller striker, but the ferro rod looks the same as, well, it's a little bigger than this one. But we got our ferro rod, we got our striker, we got our ball of dryer lint we're gonna put right there. So for this one, first, scrape it. There we go. Get it scraping and going. Now we're gonna go to our dryer lint. Okay, that started quick. So this worked fine. This worked good. I mean, the smaller striker, I like how they have this plastic thing here, where the other one, you're just holding on to the metal. So it just makes it easier to strike with this plastic. But again, a ferro rod is a ferro rod. So far, nothing has been horrible. There's none of these where I'd be like, I absolutely would not use this. Number 5. Okay, number 5 is Fauxar. Fauxar, okay, because that's how it's pronounced, okay? It says 5-in-1 Survivor Series. All right, what is our 5-in-1? Okay, these look cheap. All right, so there you go. That's it in the package. Okay, so it comes with some paracord. We don't need that. So it comes with 2. These definitely feel cheaper than the other ones. You can see it has this compass in here, this 10-cent compass, which will probably break as we're doing this video right now. Oh, it's got a whistle. The whistle works. Okay, so this is a smaller ferro rod, as you can see, and I've got to undo this because it's got a knot. And there we go. Pull that out. As usual, let's get some of our dryer lint. Okay, let's get the scraping going. Okay, now let's start our dryer lint on fire. Okay, it started on fire. It's fine if I had nothing else, but this is probably my least favorite so far, the one I would not want to get. But again, if it's all I had in an emergency situation, you saw that it started a fire without problem. Okay, we got 2 more. This is Uberleben. Okay, so let's tear this open, maybe. Okay, this one looks similar. Somebody knocked somebody off. Looks similar to the friendly Swede hat one we had. I think this is the higher end one if I remember right, the one that cost me the most money. It feels heftier. It is, let me see, it's thicker than the other one that looks like it. So I've got, this is a thicker one. It's got the nice handle. It has the scraper, which looks like the other scrapers. So this one definitely feels heftier and more quality than the other ones I've tried so far. And so let's first see how it sparks. You can see it's throwing off a good amount of sparks. Now let's light our dryer lint. Doesn't take time. So this one feels quality, no issues with it whatsoever. And last but not least is this box. I hope there's a ferro rod in this box because it was with my pile of stuff, but maybe it's not. Maybe it's some of my wife's stuff that she ordered. Okay, there is a ferro rod in here. We got ferro rods, and they even included some cotton balls. We're gonna throw those and see how those light up. So we're gonna put some of these cotton balls that they included, put them right there in a pile. This one says
2,000 years later.
It is barely readable. It says magnesium rod flint, and that's pretty much it. So who knows what this one really is, but I will show you it so you can see it up close. So there's the design. The end is fancier looking. Feels like a normal ferro rod. It's got the same scraper as other ones. This cordage is definitely cheaper than the other ones. So I'm just gonna pull it all the way off. So there we go. We'll get some scraping so you can see the sparks. Oh yeah, this one doesn't even have the good end. Okay, all right, so it's throwing out sparks. Now let's see how it does the cotton, because dryer lint's real easy to start. Oh, okay, that cotton flew up pretty quickly. So nothing wrong with this. Find one of these you like. Maybe you saw when I was doing this video and you were like, hey, that is the awesome one, but you should absolutely have some type of fire starter ferro rod. Don't forget the other items to have in your kit. No brainer. As an Eagle Scout and former CIA officer, I've used this stuff a ton. And if you want to know what bug out bag I use, this one here, as I stutter, my favorite bug out bag in the world where I keep all this stuff, go to 3vgear.com and you'll see why it's an awesome bug out bag. Okay, that is it. Make sure and add this to your list this week so you are prepared for a crisis.